cooked?
Oh, well, Kathleen. You know Kathleen. Kathleen.
But what's so cute, Rhea and Danny invite so many people into their house every Thanksgiving. You basically have an open door policy.
I will.
Anyone who's in LA, you know, our family, our friends, our extended friends, our friends, that anybody who's around doesn't have a place to go, they come to our house.
That is so nice. And one Thanksgiving, Alan Rickman shows up, right? And Rhea, you had no idea he was coming. He just kind of came for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and everyone's, wait a minute, who is that guy? I know that guy. Wait, what is he doing here? And he spent the entire time talking to my friend's 101-year-old father.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was so great.
That makes you like Alan Rickman even more, right?
He's great, Alan Rickman.
And by the way, I told you I wasn't going to get into your personal business, but all I'm going to say is I'm so happy that you and Danny are together because we love you. We love you as a couple. All right. Onward. Let's talk about this show. So was this always in the cards that you and Kirstie said after Cheers ended, we've got to work together again?
We did.
We would make it up during Cheers.
Yeah.
We were gonna have a show called
Big Plans.
What was it?
Two girls.
Two girls.
Two girls.
Because I can't laugh, believe it or not, on film, and she can't cry.
No.
So we made up this really dumb show about two girls. One couldn't laugh, one couldn't cry, but between the both of them, one would die. I don't know why that never hit the air.
It's actually kind of still a good idea. We're always trying to kill each other, you know, like, okay.
Well, clearly you guys have great chemistry, and we decided to go into the archives and get a clip from Cheers. The good old days. Let's take a look.
This is fun.
Dear Robin, I am writing you this letter while lying naked in the tub.
Let me just stop you right there. I'm writing you this letter while lying naked on my kitchen table.
What was it about, I think, as evidenced by that scene, what was it about you guys that really made such great chemistry, do you think?
Our hair? What do you think? Our hair. No, I want to see what happens next. I really want to see what happens.
Do you ever watch the show in reruns?
Yes, when I go past it, I do, and I never remember. It's like, wow, I wonder what's going to happen.
I do too. I don't know.
Really?
I don't even know the storylines.
Yeah.
And do you keep up with, I mean, you've such an incredible cast. Do you keep up with everybody on the show?
A lot of them.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Rhea and I hit it off immediately, I think. Didn't we?
Absolutely, immediately.
I think we immediately hit it off.
We had to team up because of what the guys did when you...
Yeah.
John and George were assigned to get her present. It was the night we were shooting the show, the first night, and we realized we hadn't gotten her, you know, a welcome to Cheers present, and they were the only one who had time. So John and George went out Melrose Avenue looking for, you know, they didn't know, had not a clue. You know, they're guys. What are we going to get her? You know, something from the old clothes store. That's what they have on Melrose, or like, they had no idea. So they passed a sporting goods store, and they looked at each other and, yeah, maybe something in there. Walked in, shotgun. That looks good.
That's what they got you?
They got me a shotgun.
They got her a shotgun.
They had a note that said, if you ever want off the show, you have to shoot your way off.
That's funny.
And she laughed her head off. I mean, it was very daring and really funny.
But I also love shotguns. I'm from Kansas, and I shoot skeet, and I shoot people if they come in my house.
That's why I never go to Kansas.
Yeah.
So are you guys having a great time working together again? I know you play this Broadway diva, and we saw...
It's really a stretch for me.
We saw, you know, her son, who she gave up for adoption, shows up, and you play Rhea, Kirstie's assistant.
Assistant slash best friend.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Slash everything.
Is it fun being on a set again in front of a live audience doing your thing?
Yes. We just sort of took right up where we left off, screwing around, and the TV Land people have been really nice to us because we are screw-ups. We just, I don't think we work very hard or anything.
No, it's like, you know, Cheers was like camp, and this is like camp too. You know, it's like, it really is.
This is like girls' camp,
it feels
a little
like
bit more. Because the other one, you know, Cheers, there were so many boys.
We have two boys. I mean, half of us are boys.
I was going to say, there are some boys on this show.
This is more like a boys coming to girls camp, I think.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
This is sort of, you know, we started this camp when we were doing Cheers and made up our show.
That's right. We made it up. It's,
Well,
it's our show. They're on our show.
But speaking of boys, when we come back, we're going to talk to your co-star, Michael Richards. That's right after this.
BC 15, taking action.
Where the hell are you, Frank? It's 10 degrees out here. I can't feel my face. And it's not the Botox.
I'm 2 minutes away. I just got a little held up.
You're not taking people on tours in the back seat of my car again, are you?
Oh, I'm stuck in traffic. Right in front of the fabulous Radio City Music Hall. Home of the world-famous Rocket.
That, of course, was Michael Richards, who has teamed up with Kirstie Alley and Rhea Perlman in the brand new sitcom called Kirstie. He won 3 Emmys for his iconic TV character over the 9 years he spent driving Jerry crazy as Kramer, of course, on Seinfeld. And now he's driving Miss Maddie on Kirstie and hasn't settled down one bit. So please welcome Michael Richards. Hi, Michael.
Very much. Okay.
I feel like no one's hugging me or kissing me. I'm like Typhoid Mary today. No, I'm sick.
I'm so sorry.
I think you're okay because you didn't kiss me on the lips.
Oh.
Try it again. How are you?
I'm
so
fine.
nice
I'm
to
fine.
see
Thank you. I must say right off the bat, I'm a lucky man to be working with these two ladies.
Aw, that's nice. And I know that it's been a decade since you were on a sitcom. So why did you decide, you know what, this is the sitcom I want to do, and this is the time is right?
You know what it did? I went in for a read, and I didn't read. We got up on our feet. We started working with the material.
Yeah.
And I said, this is the group. This is who I want to be with. These people ready to go work and get the job done.
Now, you play Frank, as we saw, who is Kirstie's, Maddie's driver. And I'm curious, is it hard, Michael, since Kramer was such a very unique role, how do you make this new character, how do you differentiate him? And sort of make Frank, you know, give your own take to Frank.
Oh, my. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
Thank you.
Boy, that's a big question. Well, you know, Kramer's, that's a tough character to follow. But Frank, right off the bat, we know that Frank has a full-time job.
So that differentiates him, right?
And he has a car that runs.
There you go.
Kramer's car didn't run very well. It wasn't a reliable car.
But you know what's great?
But that was the fun to
I
the
think
character.
you do see little glimpses of Kramer and Frank, and I have to say, they're wonderful, and you're like, that is so great, because like Kramer, Frank is an incredibly physical guy, because Michael Richards is an incredibly physical guy.
That's it. Thank you. That's it. That's my style. That's what I like to do.
Now, when did you start doing that?
A
So
little
much
kid,
physical comedy.
Very small, just falling on the ground, making my friends laugh.
He's so unique. I mean, you can't say, oh, let's get like a Michael Richards guy. I mean, there isn't a Michael Richards guy except Michael Richards. So when he came in to mess around with us, you know, we were like, oh my God, please do this, please do this. But we had that cool, like, oh, hi, Michael. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Do you like the material? But we were like, what is he doing? I can't believe he's here. I can't believe he came in. I can't believe he's going to do it. Oh my God. Okay, Michael, see you later.
No, but Kirstie and Rhea, they like to get up and work. And that's how you know what you're about. And the reads are cold. Usually in our business, you sit in front of people you don't know, and you're in a chair and you're laying it out, trying to get the character there for them to see. But we got up on our feet, and we got right to work, right off the bat.
Well, you're a much harder worker than we are put together.
That's true.
Like, really, honestly, Michael, you're a professional. We're not.
Now, I can't have I can't have Michael on the show without running one Seinfeld clip. I'm sorry, so indulge me. There were so many great moments. We have a clip from the famous episode, The Contest. Let's take a look.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. I mean, it's incomprehensible. I'm not going to let you do it.
Well, I'm doing it. Get out of my way.
You can't. This is something that comes about once in a lifetime. When we were boys looking through our bedroom windows, we would think, why can't there be a woman out there taking her clothes off? And now that wish has come true and you want to throw it away.
It does make you long for the days. That clip, obviously, that show was all about self-pleasuring. Can I say that on television?
But, you know, okay, we won't talk. We're here for this. Yeah, that's that.
No, say that.
Well, I mean, that was a show that NBC didn't want to do. It was about a show about masturbation, and so it was contested. And we got to do it. Larry David, who wrote the episode, was very adamant that we do it, and we did it, and that episode won, helped us get Best Show of the Year.
Wow.
Wow.
There you go.
Before we go to a break, I just want to quickly ask you, I mean, here I am with stars of two iconic, I think, timeless shows, Seinfeld and Cheers. And do you think we'll ever see shows that have that kind of hold on the American people as
Kirstie.
these two shows did?
Yes.
It's hard, though. It's hard in the current climate, though, Rhea. Don't you think? With everything is so fragmented and the landscape is changing.
I think the thing that they have to do, that all networks, this is a note to all networks, you have to, it's like a piece of art, it's like a family. You have to hone something. You can't put something on the air. Both Seinfeld and Cheers were in the very bottom three shows when they started.
That's right. And for quite a while.
For quite a while. And
years.
You have to give them attention, and you have to let people get to know the characters, and you have to grow it. You can't just throw something on the air, and then if it doesn't work the first week and you hear this, TV Land?
But I think,
okay, no to TV Land.
I do think TV Land's been really nurturing to it.
TV Land has been sweet and good. We just want to stay that way.
And, yeah.
All right. Well, let's hope.
Yeah, you hear that, TV Land?
We don't want them to put a. We don't want to bait and switch. We can't have people that were this nice and then all of a sudden they're like, well, I don't know.
Oh my God, that's not going to happen, is it?
No, God, or I'm going to kill you.
Oh, I guess I'm the one who dies. We know the answer.
If the show is not
now
good,
you know what the show
we have someone to blame right here.
Well, you know, as we mentioned, your character, Kirstie, gets a big surprise when her son shows up after being put up for adoption. 26 years later, he arrives. We're going to meet him right after this.
Yay!
To have Kirstie Alley, Rhea Perlman, and Michael Richards here talking about their new sitcom, Kirstie. Kirstie's character, Broadway star Maddie Banks, is reunited with Arlo, the son she gave up for adoption 26 years ago. They've only just met, but they're already starting to feel like family.
What's in the box?
That's all my old photo albums. My adoptive mother took like zillions of pictures. You know, it might be a nice way for you to catch up on what you missed.
Oh, I get the general sense. Awkward at 5, awkward at 13, awkward at 30.
I'm not 30 yet.
Yeah, I'm just guessing the awkward's not going to go away.
It's his very first TV interview, so give a big welcome to Eric Peterson. Very honored that your very first TV interview is here with us, Eric.
I'm so...
Are you nervous?
I'm a little nervous. I'm very excited. This is thrilling.
We brought your support. You have Lisa, your wife, in the front row, which is great. We've got some of your good friends in the second row here for you,
I feel
supporting
like
So, I know you've done Broadway, you've done off-Broadway, you were in Peter and the Starcatcher, you were Shrek in Shrek. Yeah. And so how did you make the transition from Broadway to there you go, to this TV crew?
It was very exciting. I lived in New York for 7 or 8 years with my wife, and and I moved out to LA after doing Shrek in the national tour of Shrek the Musical. And then as soon as I moved to LA to try to like be on TV and film, I got a job back in New York in Peter and the Starcatcher on Broadway. And I was there doing that show when my agent sent me a script called Giant Baby. And,
which was the original name of the show.
Now it's called Kirstie. And I think that...
yeah, I think that was a good call, Kirstie.
I think so, yeah. And I think the reason that they sent it to me is there was a line in the initial pilot that didn't get kept where she looks at her son maybe as a little frumpy, you know, and she says, "That can't be my kid. He looks like Shrek," which is I think was how my agent saw that, and they're like, "Oh, well, let's send him in." So I literally was in my little tiny apartment in New York, and I filmed an audition on my iPhone with my wife reading the lines, and like we literally had, like, we didn't have a tripod or anything, so we had like a suitcase on top of a suitcase on top of we have a 3-year-old daughter, so there was a dollhouse, and
so very high tech.
Oh, yeah, the phone was just sort of like sitting in the dollhouse, like filming us and stuff. And they liked it, yeah.
It's very exciting, and I know you had a pinch me moment when you were sitting on a couch between Michael Richards and Jason Alexander, right?
Yeah, there it is right there.
You did a selfie.
I did. That was our first week of filming after the pilot, and we were on a break or something, and I was sitting next to Michael, and Jason was our guest star that week, and he was sitting on the other side of me, and we were just talking for like about, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour, and they're just like talking with me, not like, it was so weird, you know. I was like, wow, these are like legends, and they're not only talking about like the glory days of Seinfeld, but also about our show Kirstie, and like, oh, Eric, what was your audition like? And Jason's telling me his audition for Seinfeld, and I just said, I have to stop you guys right here. I have to capture this moment. And so I literally took a little selfie because I was like, I couldn't believe that it was happening.
Well, it's pretty exciting that you get to work with this crew. And do you all feel like, you know, it's a little bit your responsibility to kind of take Eric under your wings a little bit?
I think so. I think, you know, when I saw Eric's video, when he sent the video, he reminds me of young Jackie Gleason, and he has this tremendous pathos in his eyes, and I didn't, you know, we wanted a certain type of guy that was funny, but you would also love him, and he could pull off being sort of a nerd in ways, but that you would still love him. So I think that we found the perfect match, and we sort of laughed because, you know, I'm supposed to be playing a huge Broadway star, and I've never done Broadway. I think the only Broadway star is him. It's really fun.
Well, I mean, it's really congratulations, by the way, and I think you're terrific in the show.
Thank you very much.
And I'm so happy that you guys came by. Good luck with the show. We'll be pulling for all of you because honestly, you're our favorites.
Thank you.
And you're our new favorite, Eric. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for coming. And by the way, Kirstie premieres Wednesday, December 4th at 10 p.m. on TV Land. We'll be right back.